Greetings, YouTube family and friends, and a special welcome to my fellow warriors in health. Thank you to those who have just recently joined, or thank you if this is the first time you've watched one of my videos. Today I'm going to talk about three things. Shouldn't put it in front of my face, I don't guess. Number one is going to be the decision question I use to decide whether I eat something or not. Number two is going to be a couple of comments on crazy and or internet keto, which are probably driving you off track. And number three is a decision about my job / this channel. So stick around to the end and you'll get all the info. In the meantime, thank you for being here, and let's jump right into number one. Well, number one, I kind of brought up the topic in the willpower video I made 2 weeks ago, that where I was talking about the British rowing team, even though I forgot what they were at first, but then it came back to me. And I said this year they won the gold, but I meant the year that they made the decision. So they made a decision that if it didn't make the boat go faster, they weren't going to do it. So I have modified that answer, or that question, to if it doesn't make the scale go down, or the question is, does this make the scale go down? Because weight and health is one of my top 3 priorities for this year especially. In fact, just last week I added the goal of being at my ideal weight by December 31st of this year. And I haven't actually I've stepped on the scale, but I haven't stepped on officially to weigh today. So I think yesterday I was at 216, and my ideal weight is 185. Okay, last week, or the week that's ending tomorrow, and then the next 7 days, which will end the next Monday, when the next video is going up, I had the goal of losing 4 pounds a week. I think I technically hit 4 pounds yesterday, but I really wanted to be at 214 or 215 because Verta averages your weights for the week, so it put me at 219. But actually on last Sunday, I was at 220.2. And yesterday I was at 216.2, so it shows me at 216, but it keeps track of all the numbers in the background. So yeah, that's 4 pounds officially this past week, even though I want it to be a little bit lower, so I'm waiting till later in the day to weigh. I haven't eaten yet today. And you don't even know what time it is, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not sure what time it is. But I will tell you, I was going to get a haircut before this video, but the close by one wouldn't put me on the list, and I was going to go to a further one, then it was pouring down rain. So anyway, enough excuses. Back to what my decision is. My decision is, and I've been doing this for several weeks now, probably ever since I made the willpower video. Does it make the scale go down? If that answer is no, then the answer to whether I consume it or not is no. That has been very liberating, because there have been times I took a little bit too much milk of magnesia one night this week and realized that it works very effectively, especially when you take too much. And I wasn't taking it for constipation, I was taking it for the magnesium. Last night I pulled out Dr. Westman's the guide that I got when I joined Keto Made Simple. It says take 1 teaspoon. I think I took about 6 times that much and I wasn't constipated. So you can imagine what the results were the next day. I will take a teaspoon tonight. But anyway, I don't even know why I brought that up. I had a point when I started. But anyway, about the decision, if it doesn't make the scale go down, I don't do it. How that has liberated me is that I don't have to think about when there's donuts in the bistro, where our mailroom is off the bistro. So the bistro is kind of the gathering area at this active senior living place. They have, I think, 3 TVs in there, a coffee, like a Starbucks kind of coffee machine. You can get hot chocolate, you can get coffee, you can get hot water. And that's where a lot of the socials take place. Since I currently work late in the evening, sometimes if there's leftovers from the social, they're down there when I go to check my mail. There could be donuts, there could be chips, there could be fruit and whipped cream, could be cookies or cake, or what's been down there recently has been these 2 dispensers they just added in. One of them has dry roasted peanuts and one of them has Chex Mix, and I kind of do like the Chex Mix, but I look at it now and I say, does that make the scale go down? I say, no, it doesn't. It puts me over the carbohydrate limit for the day, so it does not make the scale go down, probably for 2 or 3 days. So do I consume it? No, I do not. How do you like this new setup I made? I've been diligently working on getting this apartment set up so I'd have a kind of a reserved spot to do these videos. So this is what I have for now. I got my Eagle lamp over in that corner. Some of the gold tone stuff I kind of inherited from Alice up there. My Thomas Kincaid. That was actually painted after 9/11. And then a couple of little patriotic things I picked up at a secondhand store. I don't even recall exactly what they say, but they're to do with the United States. Forgive me if this seems a little choppy. I keep stopping the recording because we've been at an orange level of air pollution the last 2 weeks, and my throat gets a little scratchy, so I pause, I take a drink, and then come back so I'm not coughing in the middle of the video. But anyway, that's question number 1. I encourage you to get a question that meets your goal. My goal is to be at my target weight by December 31st, which once I lose the 8 pounds in these 2 weeks, it's going to make it to an average of 1 to 1.5 pounds a week, or 6 pounds a month for the next 5 months of the year, which is extremely doable. In fact, on my pod group last week, when I told them I was going to lose 4 pounds this week, a gentleman from New Zealand piped up, is 4 pounds even possible to lose in a week? Of course, they're probably thinking of stones and stuff like that, because some of these other countries measure in different increments than the United States does. I said, it is actually quite possible, and I was at 3.5 pounds last week. I said, but recommended for long-term stability and not gaining it back is to not do any more than 1 or 1.5 pounds a week. So after this burst, and the reason it's a burst is in my anniversary of my near-death incident is August the 5th. I wanted to be down to the weight I weighed at my first doctor's visit after that, which was probably around the 10th of August or maybe a little bit later, but it was 210 pounds. So I have 5 or 6 still to go, and I have another week or so to do it. I think today is the 1st. Oh, since it's the 1st, and most of you are still here, I hope you'll stay to the end, but I'll put this out anyway. In some previous videos, I mentioned I was going to do a 30-day posting challenge in August, where I would post 1 video a day. They would be shorter, etc., etc. I announced in the last video, and I'll announce again, I am not going to do that because I got some good advice that if you post too much, your loyal fans get tired of you, they start unsubscribing, and that's not the goal, which I'll go into a little bit in number 3, which is how I'm going to proceed with this channel. But for now, the 30-day challenge in August is off. I do have 3 or 4 videos already made where they say this is day 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. I may post those later when I just need a video that I didn't have time to make or something, if all heck breaks loose and I need one. So they're already ready. I just need thumbnails for them. But as of today, August 1st, there is no 30-day challenge. This video will go up tomorrow, August 2nd. Thank you for watching. That's not the end, so don't go away. Okay, number 2, I was going to talk about some crazy keto ideas I keep seeing pop up on different things. Number 1 is canola oil. You will see a lot of these YouTube gurus, internet gurus, MDs, doctors, whatever they want to call themselves on YouTube. And some of them actually are medical doctors, poo-pooing on canola oil. And I will say this. No, canola oil is not the best oil you can use. It's a whole lot better than almost anything else you can buy at the grocery store. But they tend to lump it into the same category as all the other seed oils. But if it doesn't say partially hydrogenated, it's okay to use. And if you look at the actual amount of PUFAs, which are polyunsaturated fatty acids, in canola oil, it's lower than any other processed oil you can buy at the grocery store. You may not have access to lard or tallow, or you may not want to buy pig fat or animal fat and render it down to those. And you probably don't want to be frying a naked chicken, and make sure it's naked or you have too many carbs in the flour. And I don't even use those nut flours because nuts are not acceptable on Dr. Westman's protocol. I think they are acceptable with Virta, but I tend to go with the allowed things from Dr. Westman and the total amounts from Virta. I'm going to mention that in my final decision also. A little more how it applies directly to me. So keep watching, but I would use canola oil sparingly, but it's okay to use it. And another thing I'm finding is a lot of these people that have these keto channels and claim to be super knowledgeable on keto have never had a weight loss issue. Or if they have, they haven't solved it. You could look at me and say, maybe I haven't solved it either, but you don't know where I started at. Look at back a year ago or November at some of the first videos, and you'll say I am overcoming my weight loss issue. I was obese when I started this channel. I am now overweight, and by the time I hit 185, I will be normal. So in just over a year, I will have gone from obese to normal. I may even hit it in November. We'll wait and see. If I have a few really good weeks, I will. But that's why I have decision made. Number one, does this lower the scale? If it's no, then it does not go into my mouth. If it's no, then I don't do it, And not everything in life. I mean, going to work doesn't necessarily lower the number on the scale, but I still go to work. But you got to do what you got to do. But in things you can control, in things you have a choice about, I decide if it doesn't lower the scale, the answer is a no. Then I don't have to tire out my willpower and, fight a battle every time I see check mix in the bistro. I already know the answer is no. You cannot have it. And I don't even agree with cheating on this diet, because this diet is getting your insulin levels under control. And that's what causes your body to be able to release the fat and burn it as fuel. So once you become a fat burner, you don't want to be playing games, as I would call it, with your intake, because if you go out and you binge on Ho-Hos and Twinkies, or even pizza or beer or whatever has high carbs, then you're going to boost your insulin level and your fat burning is going to shut off, and you're going to be in a big mess. You're going to have to kind of drop back and basically start over. I mean, you won't gain all the weight back right away, but your body thinks you want to burn carbs again. So why would you do that? Don't do that. Okay, and let's get to number 3. Number 3, as I have implied in some other videos, is I am considering leaving my current position with the city I work with. And my alternative was to go kind of full-time on YouTube. Over the past week or two, I've realized that it doesn't necessarily have to be an either or. As long as I can get one video a week up with YouTube, that I really don't have to give up my other source of income right now, because YouTube does not make me any money. I will have some links down there below if you do want to buy from Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, or Amazon. Bass Pro and Cabela's apparently have merged at this point. So the link only says Bass Pro Shop, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with that one, recording purchases that my friends have made. I'm in the middle of a research thing now, or the company's in the middle of a research thing to try to find an item or an order that was told that was purchased on July the 4th. Amazon, I don't think anybody's bought anything, but it's showing I've had like 21 clicks on the thing. So please stop shopping, start buying if you want to send me a little bit of money. Those links are down below in the what they call the show notes, the description, whatever it says on there. But right now I'm in this current apartment. My lease expires near the end of February. They don't put it on the last day for some odd reason. I think I actually moved in on the 28th of December, which would be the last day of February, but I think it's maybe the 27th or the 26th. I'm not really looking to break a lease, so I figure I might as well stay at work at least until around December, when I would have to pay the 2-month, give them the 2-month notice and pay the last 2 months anyway, but then I don't have to pay the reletting fee. I also have very good insurance and good benefits with the current job. So point number 3 for today is to hopefully get this video or this channel, this video would be difficult, but this channel to where it's getting 15 to 20 hours of view time per day. So if you're still here, thank you. That's really adding up. If you'd really like to boost it, go click on the name, CP59Fit, whatever it says down below. Strategies for unconventional strategies for healthy living. It's definitely not unhealthy. If you click on that, it'll take you to my channel. Then you'll see videos, playlist, blah, blah, blah. Click on the playlist button and then go to the one that says binge. And if you just let that play, you could set it up when you're going to bed at night. You could set it up when you get to work in the morning. If you have unlimited internet on your phone, let it run all day. It takes 6 to 7 hours to run through that. So if I have 3, maybe 4 people doing that every day, yes, I would be at over 20, 25 hours a day. And that will get me up to the 4,000 hours needed in a year to get monetized. Hopefully by the end of this year. Everything's kind of rotating around the end of this year, early January, because I'm coming up to the lease renewal here in February. And they've already gone up 50% on these apartments since I moved in. That's how crazy the housing market is here. So I'm definitely looking at a move, probably still up to Branson, possibly out of the country. But if you could do me that favor, subscribe if you haven't. Even if you haven't subscribed, it doesn't matter. You can still, if you're on here, go to the name of my channel, CP59Fit. Click on that. Click on playlist. Click on the binge one or click on the most recent videos. I've taken out all the 3 and 4 minute videos because I'm looking for long time if you turn it on. You don't even necessarily have to have the volume turned up. Have it up, I guess, enough so that it's on, but you don't actually have to watch them is what I'm saying. But anything you can do to help the YouTube algorithm helps me. And basically anytime you touch the screen, you click the mouse in my videos, if you make a comment, if you make a like, if you make a dislike, if you click the little pictures, that helps too. You know, the end screen where 1 or 2 will come up over here, that's really beneficial. YouTube wants to see interaction. They want to see volume of time watched because they're trying to sell ads. And if you do click a playlist, I do believe they put ads between the videos now, but I haven't had enough hours for them actually to put them in the videos. So I appreciate all your time, all your effort. Thank you. I hope I gave you a little bit of value today. Look forward to the comments. In fact, why don't you put down below if you have made a decision question and what that is. I'd love to know what's going on in y'all's life. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.